We live in systems we call democracies. Vote, choose our representatives, and believe our decisions shape the future. But what if the real power doesn't lie in the ballot box? What if there's an invisible, silent, and permanent structure capable of influencing governments regardless of who is in office? This idea has an unsettling name: the deep state. The term describes a parallel power structure, formed by permanent sectors of the state and strategic interests that remain active even as governments change. Unlike elected leaders, this structure doesn't appear in campaigns or public speeches. It's often described as being made up of technical, bureaucratic, financial, and strategic sectors that ensure continuity in fundamental decisions over time. For some, this is simply how institutions function. For others, it represents a system of silent influence that limits popular sovereignty. The notion of hidden power isn't new. In the past, empires were governed not just by visible rulers, but by advisors and permanent structures that lasted for generations. In the 20th century, with the growth of modern states, large administrative and strategic systems emerged, systems that don't dissolve with each election. It's from this context that scholars began to ask, to what extent do elected governments truly control all decisions? Democracy is based on transparency and the alternation of power. Yet complex systems require technical and strategic continuity. This is where the tension arises, the balance between institutional stability and excessive influence from permanent structures. When core decisions remain unchanged, regardless of who governs, legitimate questions emerge about political autonomy. Throughout history, societies have created symbols to explain invisible forces. The term Illuminati became a cultural symbol for hidden elites. Today, the deep state occupies a similar space in modern debate. But there's a crucial distinction. While the Illuminati belong largely to the symbolic realm, the deep state refers to observable, existing structures. The challenge is to separate critical analysis from exaggerated narratives. Maintaining critical thinking is essential. Not every unpopular decision comes from a hidden power. Not every instance of policy continuity signals a conspiracy. Questioning is healthy, but blind belief is not. The greatest challenge for modern democracies is not the existence of permanent structures, but the lack of transparency and accountability. The future depends on informed citizens, open institutions, and honest debate. The deep state doesn't have to be a total myth or an absolute truth. It's an invitation to reflect on power, continuity, and responsibility. Understanding how our democracies truly function is the first step toward strengthening them. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.